it's Jaedyn
and Jamie,
and today we are finally back together. It's been quite a
time.
while,
yeah.
And we're going to be doing a video all about leasing. We had said that we were going to be making a video on this topic in our update video, so now is the time in which we will do that. We have a quarter lease, a half lease, and a full lease, or an off-property lease. A quarter lease is where you would get the horse mainly on 2 days in the week. So those would be your days to spend with the horse, and nobody else would be riding the horse on that day. So typically that would be on the weekends that you would do that.
3 or 4 days, I would say.
Yeah.
But other people, with a quarter and a half lease, other people can still ride that horse, just not on the day that you ride. But you go out 3 to 4 times a week, and just like a quarter lease, the people don't ride that horse on that day.
A full lease is basically when you are the only person that rides that horse, and typically you will have to pay the vet bills and the farrier bills for that horse, but you can still use the horse's tack that the owner has and the owner's feed and stuff. You don't have to pay for any of that. And then you can ride the horse every day out of the week.
The price is obviously a full lease is going to be much more expensive than a quarter and a half lease. I would say a quarter lease per month would be
$150.
$150. Half lease
is $200 for where we ride,
and then a full lease is
$300.
$250 or $300.
$250.
I haven't talked to anybody that's charging me for it. So.
And then an off-farm lease is typically paid yearly, like annually. So once you pick up the horse, you'll pay for that whole year right there. You won't pay monthly unless you have something else worked out with the horse's owner. A half lease, you pretty much just have to make your whole weekend free for at least an hour or two, and then you have to make 2 days during the week free. So that takes a lot of time commitment, and it's probably not going to be that easy for you to do other sports. I know that it wasn't easy for me in the fall when I was also cheerleading. It was just a lot of time commitment for both sports. So
definitely, if you live on the East Coast where the darkness and everything is not on your side, like me and Jaedyn would be getting off of school in December or November, and then we would only have to get up there by 4:30, and we would have half an hour to ride before it gets pitch black.
If you are planning on doing a full lease or half lease all throughout the year, definitely pick a place that has either an indoor arena or an arena that has lights outside in the outdoor arena, because that'll just make it way more convenient for you to get out there on the weekdays.
Yeah. Also, don't just if you go on the website Equine Now or Dream Horse, and there's horses for lease on there, or your trainer has a horse, make sure you ride it more than 2 times before you start a lease.
Just kind of really get to know the horse before you decide to lease, because that's a really big commitment, and it's also a lot of financial commitment, so your parents aren't going to want to pay for you to ride a horse that you don't like riding.
Yeah.
So a pro of leasing is that you definitely get to ride the horse without the binding of buying the horse, and you get to spend more time with the horse than just taking regular lessons.
Pros of a full lease, and I guess kind of half lease where me and Jaedyn ride, you don't have to worry about other people always riding your horse, or you don't have to fight over a horse. It's just yours. People know at the barn which horses me and Jaedyn ride, and they don't ride them when we're there. So another thing is with showing. You, depending on where you lease at, you get a lot of showing opportunities, because you're not just, you're staying with one horse. You don't flip over lesson horses, so it's easier for you to show because you're riding the same horse, and you can sign up for points at a circuit because you're going to be on the same horse. You won't be switching horses, so.
Right. Obviously, one of a full and off farm lease is that you still have to pay the horse's vet bills and farrier bills, but you don't get to own the horse. So it's kind of like you're spending all of this money just to ride a horse that you won't be keeping, if that makes sense.
The time commitment, I guess, would be a con. If you play sports, like if you do track or cheerleading, or if you're a boy, football, basketball, volleyball, stuff like that, it's definitely going to be hard for you to do both.
So once you get into the leasing world, it can be very rewarding, but it can also be really time consuming, and it's going to definitely make you pick which sport you'd rather do. I know that next year I'm not going to be able to cheer as much as I do now. Like in the winter, I'm not going to be cheering next year. So it's just all about kind of compromising, I guess. You have to decide which you'd rather do, and if it's horseback riding, then go ahead and do that full lease. But if it's football, then just play football and keep taking lessons. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you in our next video. And peace from the East.